Alrighty, there I am. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are having a great day today, because I'm having an interesting day, to be honest with you. I'll get into that here in just a minute, what happened, why it was a little late. But I am here now, and I am ready to play some more Evil Genius. As you can hear, I've got the game going in the background now. Turn this up just a little bit, maybe. Maybe turn this down, maybe turn the game audio down just a tiny bit. I've been playing around with my audio settings just a little bit, just to see if maybe I can get a little more balance on the stream here. Because I'm also trying to cut out some background noise. Every time I stream, I know there's a little bit of background noise from my computer. It's like a nice soft humming sound. It's actually my computer fans. All 6 of them, I think there is now. Let me turn the game audio down just a little bit so you guys can hear me okay. I want to hopefully maybe turn it up just a tiny bit more. Hopefully you guys won't, or that should be good. Hopefully you guys won't, I won't be drowned out too much. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it might take me just a minute just to get this all sorted. But yeah, if you guys have noticed, I am running a little bit behind today. And there's a reason for it. And let me double check, make sure that audio looks good. Yeah, I think that should be fine here. Okay, let's go ahead and load into the game here. We were playing on stream playthrough. Nice smooth jazz. Alright, let's go ahead and pop over to there, because almost forgot to do that. That would have been a little embarrassing. But the game is loading up. For some reason, it's only showing a black screen. I know I actually changed it, because I just changed it. Just about a minute ago, so hopefully that will be okay here in a second. Come on, game. It is taking its sweet time to load, though. But you know, I did say I was having a bit of an odd day, and you've noticed I did start the stream about 15 minutes late. I was actually on a chat with somebody from a store that I won't mention here, but I'll give a little background for it. But let's get the game loaded. We're going to do some base building right off the bat here, but let's see if I can actually get the game to pop up first. Game? Hello. There it goes. So pretty much I haven't done anything else since we last left off, but looks like we're still doing okay. Let's go ahead and get some room construction going, just so that we can get that going, and while I can talk for a little bit. So if some of you guys know, some of you don't, I'm a big fan of racing. Love racing. We've done some iRacing on the stream before, and just a big fan of kind of automobiles and things like that. Well, I'm also a big fan of NASCAR. Grew up with it. My grandfather watched it on both sides. My dad watched it, and apparently I kind of watched it as well. One of my favorite drivers retired last year, and so he ran a couple of really neat paint schemes on his car. And there was one I really enjoyed. There was a couple I quite enjoyed, but there was one I really enjoyed, and I wanted to get a diecast of it. I have quite a few of different drivers throughout the years, and I wanted to get one of his, because I think I have one other of his, which I don't know why I don't have more, but fair enough. They're kind of expensive. So I was getting a 1/24 scale, so probably about this big, like that, diecast of his car. No big deal. It's about $60 though. A little expensive, but that's about what they run for. That's actually relatively normal for a diecast of that size. And so I'm like, hey, I ordered it the night he ran it in the race. So this was September of last year. September 9th, I even went and looked at the order date. So September 9th of last year, I ordered this thing. And as I say that, I hear one of the super agents pop up. Let's go take care of that real quick while I continue here. So so I went to see how the order is going. And for some reason, well, you know what? Let me turn up the game audio all the way, because it seems like it's still kind of low. But let me just change it to there. But so I actually was looking at my bank statement or credit card statement, whatever, whatever statement. But I saw they had credited my account back. I'm like, well, that's a little odd. I got an email about 2 weeks beforehand and said there was going to be delays to it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I looked at my statement. Hey, I got my money back. Why did I get my money back? Well, I go to the website and it had been canceled. And so I get on the chat with him like, hey, why was this canceled? I didn't cancel it. He goes, oh, the manufacturer's not going to make this anymore. Well, I was a little upset about that because on the manufacturing website, they're still selling it. And from what I can tell, they were actually still selling it on their website. So I kind of called them out like, hey, why are you still selling it on your website when the manufacturer's not selling it anymore? Like, oh, we're just updating our website. I'm like, number one, I've coded websites before. It takes all of 10 minutes to take that down. It's not hard to do. So I'm like, that's kind of bull. But I didn't say that. I was trying to be a little more peaceful. So, but I could still order on their website. So I just went ahead and ordered a new one and paid for it, unfortunately. And they're like, whenever we get it back, you can get a new one. I'm like, oh, well, we'll see about that. So I ordered my new one at 4 o'clock yesterday. All right. 11:30 this morning, I get up. Well, I didn't get up. I was already awake, and I get an email. It says, hey, remember that diecast we canceled for you a week ago? Yeah, we already got it back in stocks. If you want to order a new one, here you can use your 25% off coupon that we sent with the cancellation email. And I'm like, hang on here. I never got a cancellation email saying that they ever canceled the order. I never got a 25% off coupon, and I've already ordered a new one before you guys actually said that it was available again. So now I'm completely confused. And the only reason I knew that this was canceled is that I looked at my bank statement. So if I never looked at my bank statement, I would have never known this thing got canceled. Nor if they had not sent that email, I wouldn't have known I was supposed to get a coupon for the canceled order. So I'm a little upset. So about an hour ago now, I got on a chat because they do phone and they do chat. They don't do email. Why? That's up to them. But live chat can work sometimes if you know what they're doing. So I'm like, okay, why in the world, number one, I never got a cancellation email. Number two, I need to know why or where this coupon is so I can use it. And they're like, well, send us the email and everything. And they checked it out and they realized, I think they finally realized that they had really messed up. And when they realized that, they did give me my 25% off on my new diecast, which is it's the same diecast. Thankfully, I still got the same one, so I didn't have to worry about it too much. I didn't have to worry about trying not to get it. I really wanted that one. It's a neat paint scheme. They're still technically selling them, so I mean, worst comes to worst, if they weren't going to allow me to get that. I would not have, or I just had to order a new one, so not like it's a huge deal, but it still happened, unfortunately. This has been about 3 days worth of struggling to try to get this thing, and I finally I think it's shipped on its way to actually getting to me. So hopefully that will be nice. Go and grab another little drink here. So I was not too happy the last couple of days just trying to get this thing ordered. But finally I did. It's not like... I think the other thing that was kind of bugging me is that I had ordered this thing originally in September, and I'm still waiting on it. Which they said fair. They said it would probably be April before I got it. Which, if none of you have ever collected diecast before, for a limited edition car, it actually is very common for them to actually wait that long to see how many pre-orders they get and things like that, and how many they think they're going to have to manufacture. That's actually not an uncommon thing. And I'm a pretty patient person. Like, usually if something like that were to come up, it's like, hey, we're going to get it to you, but it's just going to be probably next year. Okay, fair. There was one time I do remember the last diecast I got. My parents had actually got it for me. They had ordered it in, I want to say, Black Friday one year, and I got it in July. So we're talking, what, 9 months? So yeah, it does happen, but, you know, you just gotta be a little patient with people, and hopefully that wasn't too bad. But now we're going to try to start working our way down this hallway here. We also maybe should start looking at doing some more acts of infamy, just because we are getting to the point where we can start training more people. And also like to try to start moving some of these objects out of here. For a couple of reasons, but mostly because right now this is not really doing us much good. Just sitting inside of our, sitting inside of our vault here. They should be out in places where minions can observe it, can enjoy them. And you know, it's just one of those things. So we're starting to move them around just a little bit, and you don't want to have all your big expensive stuff in one place. Like we have all this stuff along here and along here, like this painting. We can actually probably move. Ooh, right there would not be a worse place. Or you know what? Ooh, right there. That looks like a great spot for it. But you don't want all your eggs in one basket. It's kind of one of those things. And if we can move it to somewhere else where they can kind of admire it. Like I'd like to put like this, the spacesuit, this stuff, the mirror, the frozen guy, probably all go into our lab. Because we can do a lot of research on it. So it kind of makes sense. I can probably put one or two in the archives, maybe the Ark of the Covenant, because technically that. But I was thinking, from what I remember from high school, because I went to a Christian high school, the Ark of the Covenant holds the 10 Commandments. So it kind of makes sense that it would go into the archives, because it's technically one of the first books out there, or book collections, I should say. I don't know. That would be kind of an interesting thought. Never really thought about it that way, but oh well. So there is that hallway done. I think we start going right for our training room, because that is a big thing we'll need to get done. I was kind of hesitant sending people out before we hit a training room, because we couldn't train. If we lost minions out in the field, we couldn't get them back. And right now the only really thing that we would have to do, because we're already missing some of our military units, and we're missing a couple of the social minions as well. So that is a bit of an issue. Let's see how she's doing. Alright, she's full stats. Great. That's going to be fun. And we don't have any way to put a camera up here. Well, that's not ideal. Let's see if there's maybe a way. See, that's the problem with new bases like this. I always have issues trying to put cameras up like that, because I usually forget about cameras. Something like that. I wonder if we could do actually something like this. And we can always put a trap back here or something like that. Let's go ahead and let's do this, because this will actually cover that. And because of that, we'll need to actually build this hallway down here. But if we just cut it back to like there, we can just, you know, we really could we actually put the armory on this side, just to help save some room? No, because, well, technically we could. Something like this. It'd be kind of narrow. So is this one, so why does it matter? I'm fighting with myself. It's not ideal. Anyways, so we'll put the holding cells like here. We'll put 3 down. And we only had 2 in the last one, but, you know, it still works out pretty well. What else? And we put the interrogation chair over there, but I don't remember what else. For some reason, I canceled everything in there somehow. Interrogation cell, we are going to need a security desk. We'll do something like that. A security desk. I'll put it there. We need some heavy doors. What do we not put over here? We need probably another handgun cabinet. Probably could use another rifle cabinet. So, handgun and rifle. So that should work out pretty well. Then we don't have to have that room there. And we can. This is kind of an open-ended area we can do whatever we want to with. And to be honest with you, we can just do this. Well, I'll keep 2 there, just to kind of show we are trying to extend it out that way. And I can probably just go ahead and hit go on that one. And that leaves us a little more room somewhere else. So we can build up more of a base around there. It's weird to see just that with no walls or anything on it. Because, like, yeah, we know there's going to be a room there eventually, but, you know. I'll say, Mariana Mamba knocked out. Well, kind of confused on what she's going to do right now. So, not the worst thing in the world, but there is there's going to be a lot of people trying to get stuff out of here now. Which is fine. That's kind of the whole point of this. What can we put in there? I want to put some vases in there. I think a nice vase would go really well in here. I'll put both vases in there. A vase, as some people call them, you know. Something like that. I think that fits in pretty well. Just kind of fill in some of the empty spaces here. Do we put the stolen rug in there? And we can make it the welcome mat. How about that? That works out pretty well. So let's see here. These science, archives, science. We gotta figure out where do we want to put the Eiffel Tower? I might put that in my inner sanctum. That might be my personal piece because why not? We can always move it down here too. Ooh, it's right in the doorway though. We'll use something like that. I think that works. Mariana Mamba back up, but hopefully not for long. It's kind of the hoop at least. Now this is the room that's going to be kind of expensive to do. This room I'm kind of concerned about, and the lab I'm really kind of concerned about because those are very expensive rooms. So far, it seems like we're getting things done relatively quickly. You know, I don't see anything going too wrong too quick. And minions are starting to spread out a little bit more around the place, so they're not just clogged in here, which is, you know, it's a good thing. It was kind of odd to see, you know, all like 100 and some odd minions just crammed in here because they have nowhere else to go. But now, hopefully, here soon, they'll start actually training minions. And at that point, we can start. I'll feel comfortable enough to start sending more people out and start doing some acts of infamy. So. But I do kind of like this layout. It does give me two of everything. And it allows me to start training more people up and not have to worry about it too much. So. And I think that was kind of one of our issues last game, is that our. We had the money and everything, but we just never built a really good training area to the point where we just didn't have the people. Like, we were waiting on people a lot of the time. That's what I should say. So hopefully this solves that issue. We'll see, but I don't know yet. So I'm not drinking just anything right now. I'm actually drinking flavored water, which seems a little odd. But essentially, it's just carbonated water with different flavorings in it. There's no calories. It's actually pretty good. I can bring it up over here because it comes in like 1 liter bottles. Kind of looks like this. This one's black cherry. If you guys can see that, I think it's called Clear American. I like it. I've had this many of times before. I've been trying to eat a little bit better and not drink as much pop and things like that recently. How it's working, it kind of hit or miss, but I'm trying to be a little bit better about it, you know. It's actually been really nice here the past couple of days. I think, well, it's really weird. So, where I live in Ohio, temperature fluctuates so much. Like yesterday morning, I think it was 29 degrees when I went to work. And so I go to work, and, you know, I only work, usually when I go in, it's about 6 hours. So I go in, do my work day. When I finish, I was walking out, and it was almost 70 degrees. It was like 66, 67 degrees. You know, so it changed 40 degrees. And that's a big difference. And it's like, this is crazy, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes. So is anybody actually doing any training? So there are actually some marksmen doing some training, and some mercenaries doing training. So that's pretty nice to see that. We got some investigators here. Oh, that's Jubei's going to take care of them. I saw Jubei walking right behind him. That's going to be an easy fix there. But here's also the issue I want to try to get done. Now that we have some injured people, they can't heal right now because we don't have an infirmary, and that's a bit of an issue that we need to take care of. I guess we could probably start doing that. Because while they're still doing all this, actually a lot of it's already done. And so we probably have people just sitting there idle. And so also valets can actually take care of a lot of the item or objects stuff. So the construction workers don't really have to do all that. So hopefully here we can get all that stuff built. Or we can get this corridor built. I'll probably do the infirmary, then the armory, and then the science lab. Oh, I actually probably need the archives. So probably infirmary, archives, armory, and then the lab. But things like the infirmary won't take long. This one shouldn't take too long, and then this shouldn't take too awful long. The science lab might take a while because there's a lot. We're already down to about 600 grand. This might take us a while just to build everything. So we might do quite a few. We might do some stealing stuff and things like that to get everything where we want it to. Let's get these guys up to 5. But I know we slowed down their training a little bit because we were trying to get out of our old base, which kind of makes sense. But let's try to get them up to where they need to be to continue doing training and stuff like that. So it does look like though we got a lot of this built. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 things, and they're slowly trickling in. So yeah, I think here soon we'll be able to really start. Well, you know, I guess what we could do, since we are kind of waiting on. Well, we're not really waiting on anything. We can just go ahead and start sending people out into the world here. We've got all those acts of infamy done. Is there anything in South? There's one in South America we could do. I'm trying to think where there's some acts of infamy we may be able to uncover really quick. If we send some scientists there. There's 2 in the Western United States, so I kind of want to stay away from Patriot space, and I'm thinking right here would be a good spot to actually start stealing some stuff. So let's do that. We'll send a diplomat out with them and a playboy, and that should help cover up some of that heat. Let's see. No, I wanted to go to. Yeah, we're still trying to trade playboys, but we don't have the equipment yet. Or something, which we should. That should be that. Yeah. I don't know why they're not training yet. This is all getting blasted out now, so that looks good. Hopefully, by the time we're able to build the. Oh crap! Can someone get over here and start killing these guys? Or can no one get to those guys? That might be the other issue. Ah, that could be an issue. Oh, well, they just destroyed that. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. What I also don't have is fire extinguishers, and I need to get those. There's one there. We'll put one maybe there. I think there's a couple in that hallway, so I think that's okay. Put one there, one there, one there, and then we'll put another one down here. Let's also get the infirmary the infirmary started. Let's say the armory. It's not quite right though. Alright, Jubei, can you warp over here, please? And then eviscerate that guy. And we only have one left, so. If I move this, though, I'm trying to think. If I move it to there, might be able to put a second one there. See how that goes. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see how it goes. And we can easily put a dojo there. The only thing is that somehow they got into here. As to how, I'm not really sure. The only thing I think is maybe underground tunnel. I know they'd use that a lot. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I think this would be the easiest way to fix this problem. Because if they don't have anywhere to pop up, they can't... they have nowhere to pop up, they can't actually go in there. So if I put 2 mouse things there, and I put a second dojo here, then the only way they can come in is right here, which is on the main aisle, so we can very easily get to it. Also didn't realize that we're running low on power. Thought this would be enough, but I guess not. I know this base is a lot bigger, and so it kind of makes sense. But man, I thought we'd be okay on power for at least a little bit. Actually, can we move that to there? Should work pretty well. Actually, it might be best if I did this and then move this to there. And move the new generation of power over there. Actually, you know what? Moving along this wall here. Because I want to have the technicians still have access to work on all these. Because it would be bad if we had one of these things blow up. I don't really know if it's a nuclear thing. Like it's, you know, it's as bad as as I'm thinking. But, you know, I can put another one there, which I probably will have to here soon. But that is okay. Let's get a second one just built, because power is something we always will need, so we might have to build a second power station. I don't know about that yet, but probably would not be the worst idea in the world. It looks like we got some training going on here, so I feel we'll see how our guys are out here. So they actually are out here stealing. The heat is not terrible, especially for stealing $10,000 every minute, so feel pretty good about that. There's some stuff like this ship here. I've never stolen that one, but like I know that's actually a pretty big one that they like to have. The only problem is like places like here. I need to send I'm gonna send 4 scientists for, because there actually is some really good stuff we can get from there. I think the ink and gold's there. There's another one there, and I can't remember what it is. That would, cause I know the ink and gold. We can get the stock market thing. We can get some other stuff from that. But this money's going to go way quick once we start building the lab, because while the dynamite might not cost us too much, maybe around $40,000 or $50,000, I think each piece of that lab equipment's like $100 grand. So not ideal, to be sure. We can also get our next dojo because our mice things have been put up, so that is good. Do that there. I actually like how efficient this lab is. There's just barely enough walking room, which, fair enough. I mean, some people like, have a little bit better walking space, but I've got everything we need to train here. I would say guards, heavy shooting range for our mercenaries, shooting ranges for our marksmen, dojos, and then for the science, we've got our technician table, we've got our chalkboards along that wall, we have, and then our 2 science things here, the biochemistry and the quantum physicist there. Social minions, we have our 4 desks here for our valets, we've got our 2 TV studios here for our spin doctors, and then we have 2 diplomat and 2 playboy training areas. Great. Jet Chan is already here. He's attacking my construction workers. Awesome. As to why, not really sure, but he's attacking my construction workers. like one of my social minions finally got to him. Hopefully, not too many of them will die. While and there's one already. Hopefully, not too many will die before he gets to our base. Well, that does really affect his loyalty. Huh. It's interesting. Would not expect that. Our evil genius is not even there, so that's good. I didn't want him to be too close to that, because that would have been a bad thing. The problem is, like, they hit his loyalty, but it goes right back up, and that's what kind of sucks. I don't think the other agents can be really turned like a super agent can. He just killed another spin doctor. Alright. Well, we've almost got his smart stats down. So that'll be good when we get that down, so we can just kind of escort him out of the base. Alright, nothing new down here yet. I'd like to send a couple more scientists out just to find some stuff. Because that'll be... This will be kind of big later on. It might be that we're still waiting for stuff to unlock. Or for do different tasks and things like that. Or we're also waiting to do Acts of Infamy to get our rating up enough. That could be either way. So we need to start doing some more. What do we got here? That wouldn't be a bad one to try to do. For some reason we have a lot of heat here, and I have no idea why. Maybe because of Jet Chan there. I could be wrong about that, but like this one wouldn't be hard. We just need 6 valets. I mean, that's easier said than done, but you know, it's neither here nor there. So we'll take 4 of those guys. We'll take one of those. We'll take 2 scientists. We'll take 3 scientists. Just so that we can cut the time down, things like that. So hopefully that won't take too long. And Jet Chan has been escorted out of the base, so that is good. Say we're doing on construction. We can start getting the rest of this stuff built out. So we do have our infirmary up and going, so that is good to see. Let's get our archive up next. We'll start moving. We'll move 1 or 2 artifacts into there, and things like that. I'm gonna grab a little bit more drink here because, unfortunately, the cup I use cannot fit an entire liter of water into it. Ready? Ooh, that was nice. Get that poured in here. Also, I did something else kind of fun over the weekend. So I got a advertisement after I started streaming, or after I streamed yesterday, or on Friday last time. That there was a Lego pop-up store about 10 or 15 miles from where I'm at. And like, you know what, I'm gonna go and see what I wasn't doing anything, and it was just like it wasn't a huge store, but I was actually kind of surprised how much they had. Because I've been looking for this set, or this one particular set, for a long while, and they actually, unfortunately, they didn't have it that day. But I've been kind of in contact back and forth with them to actually see if they have it, and apparently they're getting some this week. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get one. Well, I've already been talking to them, so they said I do have a first choice on trying to get one. So hopefully I'll be able to get one here soon. It's the Horizon Express. If anybody is big on Lego. It was a Lego creator set they issued 5 or 6 years ago, and I have half of one. Like that's how the creator set was. It was the engine and then 2 cars, but to get a full train you needed 2 sets, and I was only able to get one because I could never find one again. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and build. Or I'm going to go ahead and try to find one. Well, they're like $400 online. I think like 400. I think their used ones are like in the 300s, maybe the low 300s. So yeah, they can get kind of expensive. So I actually found somebody, or for the shop I'm using, I think they're offering like $290 for them. So I'm like, that's not terrible. And I'm going to trade in a few minifigures, and I say a few. I have like 30 of them that I want to trade in. That should take hopefully about $90 off. Which, yeah, it seems like a lot, but some of the minifigures I've seen online, they're going for like $8 and $10 a piece. So I don't think it's too far-fetched. I have 30 of them, I think, so $3 for each. It's not a huge stretch for that. So we'll see. That's something I'm still working on, though, because that could be a couple of days before I figure out when I can see, or even see if they have it. Oh crap, I didn't realize that some of our guys actually have been killed. That's not ideal. Let's go ahead and run and do this mission. It'll only take about 30 seconds. That shouldn't be too awful bad. This one I've also wanted to do. That one I need quite a few military people, and or military minions, and so I'm going to need to probably get those up there. Although, I do already have... Well, I might not have the mercenaries here in a second, but I do have the... technically I do have the mercenaries. If I can get 6 guards up there... Yeah, look at that. Cool. Got a little bit of heat, but that's no big deal. We'll leave them stealing there as well. That does cut the heat down by 10. So we have plenty of people there. So when we want to go out there, we can. And it never hurts to have a little bit of extra cash rolling in. We also probably need to do that one as well, but that one's going to be a little bit. I still don't know why we have so much heat here. I mean, we can give them a reason. So we can do this one, which I think is like knocking over statues of Buddha, which would maybe a little sacrilegious to be sure, but you know, happens. Looks like our base is actually coming along pretty nicely, and we don't have a lot of unused space, and that I'm actually kind of happy to actually get it down to this level. So that is pretty neat. What was I going to look up? I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I'm looking for? Also making sure our guys don't have any people out after them. We're just kind of waiting on people there. We're really just waiting on the 6 guards. Once they get there, though, we should be ready to do that next mission. Do a little bit of clubbing in a different way than most people think. That should get us up to, what, 233? That's not bad. Almost be halfway. We should be able to get to halfway this this stream here, which I'd be okay with. You know, we want to try to. I want to try to get to 500 before the end of the stream. Now, whether we'll do that, I'm not 100% sure. But if you look here, when I did that last act of infamy, we actually got some more things that popped up, and so I think we've done all the research we need to, or not like all of it, but we've done a lot of it, and we just don't have the notoriety to get a lot of these. Like we found the diplomat here, but we need to do this one. I think that'd be a fun one to have. Well, actually, that'd be a really easy one to do. Ooh, out clubbing. What do we need for this one? We need workers and technicians. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So essentially, these guys I can send there, and then scientist I can send over there along with the mercenaries. Have them do some plotting in central Russia to see if there's anything else we can find. Ooh, hold on, what's that? Oh, we can actually get another henchman, but I forgot this is the weird one. So we can get Lord Kane, which I'm not a huge fan of. He's like a mythic. It's just whatever. However, we can go get Eli Barracuda. Which, number one, why wouldn't you go get Eli Barracuda? Because he's probably one of my favorites in the game. So let's go get Eli, and then we won't have to worry about it and have some fun with him. All right, that's a neat little surprise. I actually forgot about that. Our archive is complete. Let's get our last room built besides the science lab. Because right now, I want to guess this room will cost us probably around 40 grand, $40,000 to $50,000. So we're at $450,000. Let's go take a look at some prices in the science lab, shall we? Research machine, 100 grand. So we're down to 300,000. Supercomputer, 100 grand, 200,000, 100,000, 0. Biotanks are only 50 grand. So those are 100 grand piece. So well, that's what's 500 grand. There's 600 grand. So we're almost there when we're close to having a fully functioning research lab back up and going. Looks like we don't have any shielding here. What do I mean by shielding? Well, I actually mean diplomats and playboys. Let's move those guys over here for now. Yoink. And put those guys there. So our heat's down in half. So that should be okay. Let's go ahead and grab Eli real quick. Well, it also gives us notoriety too. Awesome. Also gains a little bit of heat, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Well, a lot more heat than I should, but whatever. It's not full, so there we go. We've got Eli now, and this one should actually get us up to 240. There he is, Eli Barracuda. He gives it to 4 henchmen. There he is. All right, solid. I don't know why I do like Eli, because he's a really good range minion. It's kind of hard to find those. I mean, think about the 3 we have are all 3 melee. Well, I mean, really melee guys. I mean, Jubei's a swordsman. The Butcher's a butcher, and the other one. Shoot, who was the other one? Oh, Colonel Blackheart. I mean, really, he does have a musket, but it's not ideal, to be sure. If we can get 2 cards and 2 valets out here, we can take care of this one real quick. Should we swap to stealing? Oh, that was a sentence I didn't want to say again. We swap to stealing, though. It gives us 4,300 bucks. It gets us almost 14 grand every minute. We will need some more heat coverage, though. Let's go ahead and actually hit hide, and hide down here as well. So in that case, let's get a diplomat and a playboy. We'll get another diplomat and playboy there. And then we can move them around when we need to, but yeah, that we're starting to keep the ball rolling. I mean, we got a lot of heat in the U.S. We're letting that cool down for a little bit. Katarina Frostnova. That's the 3rd super agent we've seen. This one, think of Black Widow, but with blue hair. It's essentially what it is, in a different outfit, of course. But you know, that's how it is. So I think it's a little bit harder. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult, especially in the especially here. And they have 4 sections, but mostly it's just Russia and then Cuba. Fair enough. So I'm trying to think what I was gonna do. We still got quite a bit of heat there. Hopefully they won't send too many people after us. I expect them to send some. So let me make sure we got. Make sure we got some of these guys out here. We also need to get some speakers up and going here. We don't have our security desk up yet. Once we get that up, we need to get some speakers out there so that we can at least tell them when we got some intruders in the base. Still waiting on those people here. Bringing quite a few people into that into those regions, so it might take a little bit longer. I understand that. All right, let's get this stuff moved. At least the Ark of the Covenant moved there, and then the only thing we really should have to worry about now is this guy and that guy, which all three of those are going to the lab. All four of those are going to the lab. So. If we can, that is. It might be a little bit hard, but we should be able to do that. There is something I do, and if you've played this game enough, there actually is something here. I think it's called a code breaker. What that is no matter how much heat you have on you in the world, it actually will allow you to... oh, I can't do this. I don't have enough guards. Oh, it's sending one more guard out for some reason. Because I only have 4 guards. What's going on? Alright, for some reason I only have 4 guards out here. No, that wouldn't be the cause. Why? What do we got down here? Ah, Mariana Mamba. Might be an issue. Didn't even know she was on the island. We're still waiting on that person. We are, dang it. Yeah, I figured he would because it's... she does something, and it's like, alright, well, that kind of sucks, but alright. Alright, so we got our cameras set up. Set that guy to 1, and there's another one I thought we had. Maybe not. Alright, we need to set up loudspeakers. Right, there will be good. There will be good. There will be good. There, if they're looking at stuff... that might take too long for them to get there, so pretty much this area is what we're covering with those, so not too terrible. Do we have any guards out here anywhere else? We don't. Except not that I can see. For some reason we only have 4 guards, and that is really odd to me. I mean, they were killed somehow. As to how, I'm not really sure. The only thing I can think of is Mariana Mamba got to him. And got rid of them. Also, his hammer soldiers there. That could have done it too. I don't even see any guards out here. Like, there's one there. I only see... oh, there's one there. I mean, fair enough. I'm looking for 1 guard in an entire map like this. So it's a little bit of an issue, but alright. Some good saboteur, good infiltrators or saboteurs. Oh, they're only poor. This Eli must be kind of weak right now. Oh well, it happens. Finally, we got our guard out there, so we can go ahead and start doing this one. Still doing some good stealing. Got actually almost 15 grand a minute. It's actually not terrible. Did lose somebody on that mission though. That's unfortunate. Well, of course, I think we lost the diplomat. That's not ideal, but alright. Lost a scientist and a diplomat. That was not ideal in the least bit. I think we lost 2, actually. So, cool. Let's do that. Let's move this guy to here, just to help cover those guys. We'll move 2 mercenaries actually down to here. And the rest of these guys can go back to headquarters. I say headquarters, going back to base. Oh, look at this. Ah, haha. This is what we actually need. This is the prototype automated decoder. So this one, reading through it, you can kind of see it's almost like the Enigma machine, or the thing that they use to crack the Enigma machine. So essentially what that does is allows me to... Holy cow, look at all the stuff that's popped up now. Like we got 3 things here, and then we got... Yeah, there's the... I think the Aztec Gold. I could be wrong about that. But that allows... I'm thinking later on you can actually do some research there that allows you to actually, if you have somebody operating it, which is part of the control room, they actually send less agents to the island, like by like 30% or 40%, so you can actually have more heat on you and it still be okay. I didn't learn about that till like really late last game, and it's really useful. Like it is just something that you can use quite a bit. Let's see here. There's an antique cannon we can steal. Not opposed to that. We got a nice ancient throne. Be kind of fun to have. Soviet Sugar Rush. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that one. But that's something we need to go after, because that is rather useful. There's the jetpack. That would not be one. That'd be one to have. That's just a scientist. I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any other place. We really need to send maybe some scientists out here. We'll send them. Let's not send them to Australia. Let's send them to like China or something like that. Because we haven't got a lot over here, so you know. But we're over halfway. We're over halfway to 500, which apparently is the max in this game. I've never gotten close to that, so that is a goal for us to try to get to this time. All right, so I think we've gotten everything done. We already got enough minions out there stealing. Let's try to start building our lab. We're about, from guesstimations, we're probably about 100 grand short, give or take. But given what we have been doing, it's not terrible. We can go at least try it. I think I do want to move this, though, because I don't like where it's at. I'm going to put it in the archive. We got some soldiers coming up on us over here. These are good, but there's only 3 of them. But I also thought there was a set of exceptional ones somewhere. As to where they went, I'm not really sure. However, not ideal. And I don't see them around, so either they left already or we killed them. Either way, I'm not. Oh, hold on. Aha, there they are. But there's only 3 of them as well. So as long as all 6 don't group up at once, and they're attacking somebody, they're attacking a construction worker. Yeah, that's not ideal. It looks like these scientists are getting away though, so that's what I'm more concerned about. So I really need to get those. I really need to actually start building a second entrance down here. Because then they can get to this depot through the base. It would make it a little bit easier. Let's see if I can, if I build an evil entrance like right there, that might work. Start doing a little bit of planning, because we can. Do something like this. I do want to put a I have to put a turn in a little bit earlier than I wanted, but alright. Something like that. The hallway I wanted to build would actually come down like this. Oh, I did lose somebody. Let's put those guys in hiding. Don't have anybody else. Oh, I do have some people out here. Put them in hiding. Did I not complete? No, because I think the problem was that they weren't connected. Kind of an issue, I would say. So, essentially I want to do something like this. If I do something like this, bring this straight down here, and then across like that. Essentially that's how I kind of want the hallway to be. However, if I do something like this... Ooh, I can't do that. I can put the camera... Oh, I can actually do this. Put the camera there, so the door would be here, camera here, and then they can cover this hallway. The other thing is, if I wanted to build, like, let's say, ooh, I got a bit of a volcano area that I can't use right there, so that kind of sucks. But I can do something like that. Put a room here. I've got some extra room up here we can use, and then this side's also connected up because we can do this straight across like this. So now we have all this access, all this space, which will probably end up being our hotel area, our hotel, casino, things like that. I think that would be a good thing to have. But for now, let's cut all this out because we don't need it. But essentially, that's kind of the plan, I guess you could say, to get a hallway down there so that we can start. So we can actually have things come through there, so it'd be a little bit easier for us. Same with a entrance right there, so we'll go ahead and just start doing that. As a matter of fact, we're not going to do that because there's still soldiers around. But also we want to get our science thing up first, so it kind of makes sense. Let's go back to plotting there. I think we're good here. Let's go back to stealing here. So yeah, we got quite a few missions out there that we want to start doing. Where is actually our objectives going to? Okay, so we have to actually do this. So we have to build our laboratory, and then we have to do we have to steal the Codex of Knowledge, which should be in this area here. And then we gotta steal a scientist. So yeah, we're kind of on the right path. I would like to get this done earlier than last time. And to be honest with you, do we not have the Playboy for it? We do have the 2 over here, so we can. Let's see here. We got the valets, I think. Let me double check. We got the valets. We've got the mercenaries. We've got the spin doctors. We've got the poison. We've got the martial artists. We could actually get all this. It wouldn't be too terrible. And I could be wrong about this. I could be. There was one like this, and I think there were like 2 in the same section. And it could be later on in the game that we get it. So I am not sure. But something like that. I mean, also gets us 15 notoriety. So it's pretty good too. It's not like it's just something that as a novelty we get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 mercenaries. 1, 2, 3, 4 mercenaries. 4 spin doctors. 4 playboys. We'll take 2. We'll take the other 2 from the other place, and 3 martial artists. You know what? I'm going to boost these to 6 because we need quite a few of them, it seems like, and a little concerned about how that's going. They should be okay. It looks like there's a burglar trying to attack them, but oh crap! Oh, they just killed all 4 of my scientists. What a butthead. Let's do this. So, if they have issues... There we go. That guy's no longer attacking us. So that is good. And it looks like we've got a pretty... Unless something else pops up, we have a pretty clear shot out to the exit for right now. And I really do want to start building that entrance once we get our lab done. And I know because our money's going to start depleting here momentarily. I don't know why. It's just all of a sudden it's like we're out of everything, which is not ideal, but and this is going to generate a lot of heat for us, which kind of is not great. We'll have it down to 15 heat once we get there. And we also, I realized, oh, there's the new one. There's kind of ran a Frost Nova. Come on, I already got the cutscene. Let's go. Let's see here. Psychologically weaken her. Let's see here. I realized I didn't send a scientist out here, which is not ideal because I do need some of those guys. So we'll send 4 scientists out there, and then hopefully that'll cut the time down to about half. That's at least the hope, at least. And hopefully they don't get killed by anybody on the way out. There's some burglars there. Some people snooping around there, so nothing too crazy. But it's like weird to see a big group of burglars like that, and I don't like it, so I'll have to figure something out there. Anything going on over here and or over here? Doesn't really look like anybody's gone out yet. What we got down here? Some investigators, nothing too crazy. But now these guys are in our base. The pusher. Still nothing. It's really seems like that's taken a while. It's a little odd, but all right. I knew it was going to take our scientists a while to get down there, but I didn't think it would take this long. Oh, there's 3 of them, so and there's the 4th one, so it very well could be taking that long. All right then. And are we just out of construction workers, or are they just taking that long to build that? We have 9, which we don't have any out in the world, and none of them are really working. So it might just be... well, of course, they could have been going down to the other depot, too, and getting stuff, because that is a thing they do. Stretch this for a minute. I think after we do this mission here, we do need to maybe slow down just a little bit on some missions. I'm going to take 2 Playboys from there and place them over here. There we go. Let's get that mission going. I think after this mission, though, we are going to slow down a little bit on our Acts of Infamy. Not because I mean, we do need to do some retraining, because we're missing quite a few people in this, especially in the military and in the social section. So, in that case, hopefully, number one, Frost Nova's at our gate right now, so it's not ideal. However, great. Well, we got somebody out there at least looking at her. It's not ideal, but still, it's something. We got a lot of people are affecting loyalty, and I really don't. Loyalty with them is not going to help me.
Good evening, and welcome.
All right, we got that one taken care of. Let's run everybody back as quick as we can, except for that guy, or those 2 guys, because we need them out in the field. There we go. That's a little bit better. Anything else pop up that we got from getting to 268? Doesn't really look like it. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. But, you know, it happens sometimes. Aha, there was the other one I was looking at. Alright, can we get rid of these people, please? Then we'll wait just for a little bit, do some retraining, get our people back up and going here. Because a bit of an issue right now, because we are having some issues with with keeping people alive. Kind of the problem right now. Oh, great. She's just... well, she goes into there. Number one, I need to get Eli out of there. Hopefully, if she goes in there... the minions returning from the mission. Automatically jump on it. That might have just saved Eli there for what it's worth. We do have a couple smash soldiers moving in, a couple of exceptional hammer soldiers moving in. Cool. Went down to our smarts went down to 0, and that's what we needed. And those soldiers are now killing our minions. That's fun. Let's do that. This. Because now these guys need to be killed. Alright, that was pretty simple. Part is now we need to kill those guys. And in that case, I need Colonel Blackheart, I need you there. Butcher, I need you there. Jupay's knocked out, and Eli, I'm going to need you there. Wow. They're just killing everybody they see now, which is not ideal when we just got our science lab up and going. Guys, I need you to stay right there, because this will get ugly here momentarily. As well as Colonel Blackheart, I need you out there. Because if we can catch these guys, instead of having them go long range, we can hopefully catch them when they knock out Colonel Blackheart, which is not ideal, but Eli, can you actually take care of the guy right beside you? Oh, great. Well, that's... She woke up at the worst time possible. Colonel Blackheart, can you just run? Jubei's lost one, the Butcher has lost one, and Eli has now... Oh, Eli did not lose a life. Awesome. Alright, well, that's better than all of them losing a life. She did steal something from us, which hopefully we'll get back here soon. Hopefully our social minions will take care of her here shortly. That was looking a little scary for a couple minutes. Because the fact that, well, two of our guys got knocked out, and then, or one of them got knocked out, and then all of a sudden she popped back up. Just kind of suddenly. It was not ideal. Alright, how are we doing out here? Nothing crazy yet. So don't quite have our science lab back up and going here. We have the room done at least. So there's that, but they're just, all the pieces are littered out here. That's kind of the issue. We need them in the base. I think this is a little glitch there. Every once in a while with a diplomat it does that, and I don't know why. But it keeps super agents like standing still though, so it's not like it's a huge thing. But you know, as the butcher at full strength, he is. There we go, taken care of pretty easily. See, the problem is the more advanced these people get, number one, don't walk out there. The more they go on, the higher these stats are. I think Johnny Steele's like 130 in each of these. It gets ludicrous. She's about to be knocked out, so hopefully here soon we'll be able to get our lab up and going. That is the hope, at least. How's our stats looking right now? 20 smarts, guys. We can take her out. Come on. Literally, we're trying to outsmart her, and that's kind of the worst joke I can come up with. Let's start moving some of these loots down here. Space mirror can go down here. The tapestry, or the chameleon cloth, could go down here as well. Maybe along there. I don't see why we're not getting much more equipment out of here. We're down to 8 smarts now, so hopefully the next person should knock her out, technically. As long as it's not a diplomat. Everything else should affect a smart stat, so. And we're also getting all of our loot out of there. Let me also get this guy out of there. While she's stuck, she's either not seeing us move all of our expensive stuff out of there or what, but it is rather funny. Also add some more water to my water thing here, try to keep it cold. Come on. Hey, there we go. So please escort her out. And oh, she dropped a briefcase full of money. It's not like it's that was a huge deal. I thought it was one of our crates. I'm like, oh boy. They're slowly starting to trickle in though, so it's getting a little bit better. I mean, I think all the stuff's going to go in first before all the equipment goes in, which is not ideal. I'll be honest with you, not ideal in the least. But let me fix also my camera just a tiny bit here. That's better. For some reason, there was a lot of headroom today. Don't know why. But, there's a lot of people milling around here, a lot of civilians. I really think it might be getting close to time to actually start building a hotel. Once we get this built out, which, or once we get our base built first, or get this built, well, then I think we need to work on that hallway so we can at least get access through here, so that we don't have to run around the island to try to get to our base. Hopefully it'll make missions a little bit faster. Let's make sure those guys are hiding. It'll make missions go faster. It'll make things like that go a lot faster, hopefully. And then we won't have to worry about other things later. There we go. We'll move that there. I don't know why these guys are not getting any of our science equipment in here. And they're slowly able to buy stuff, but it's still taking them a really long time. I'm thinking maybe maybe we should move our stealing stuff, our stealing guys. Excuse me. Let's go over here. Because number one, we still have the same amount of money going on. We can start reducing our heat in Smash territory. Because I want to start stealing this. Because I think that would be a good one to steal next. Now it goes to 278. So that won't be too terrible. Get rid of her. Looks like she's returning. Great. I don't have to deal with her anymore. At least for now. Oh, there, okay, cool. The saboteur's taken care of. No problem. We also need to get an infirmary chair up. Because if you look here, we got some optional objectives. If we can strap her to an infirmary chair, we should be able to actually get rid of Ariana Mamba, which early on like this in here, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Hide those guys. Early on like this would be really good. But we don't quite have the infirmary chair up yet. Hey, we got databanks up now, so that's something. As to what, not really sure, but it is something. Still nothing, and that's a little frustrating because it's like you should be able. All these guys should be able to be. Oh, we're actually out of valets, and we have one guard left and no technicians. What happened to all of our people is my question. Now I can see why we don't have construction workers now because they're all being trained. That is really odd that all of a sudden, like, I don't know if we just lost them when they were running around the island trying to do stuff for us or what, but that makes some sense. At least right now, we did lose the first tier guys. That's a little bit easier to replace, but it is going to kill our construction workers for a little while. Kill our construction speed and our kind of building speed just in general because we don't have like the secondary valets to actually help us. So this kind of sucks. I didn't realize how bad it really was for some of these guys. Hopefully we should have a lot of people train. If we have a lot of people training right now, that means we should, fingers crossed, should be here soon that we'll have a good amount of forces left. We dropped to 79 people, which should have been an indication we lost 50 people. But hey, you know, that's just something here. There we go. Quick and painless. I really want to get. There's a lot of stuff we can research. Like I know we can research that, and that gets us like a decoder, so we can put that in. I'm pretty sure that we can do that. Then we also need to get the Aztec gold. We need to get that going, but we're waiting on people. We're down to our last 400 grand, or just under 400 grand, because we've been spending it like crazy trying to get the science lab built. But you know, while we haven't really worked towards our main goals, like trying to get the code, I guess we kind of are because we're trying to build a laboratory. We have gotten quite a bit done in the Acts of Infamy, just kind of in general. Because I want to try to get this to, I mean, technically this is what we should have been before we moved to the second island. Technically, essentially it's broken up to be, you know, half the stuff you have to do is on the first island, half on the second island. So kind of makes sense that we should have been this a little bit ago, but we caught up. We caught up to where we should be because we haven't really done anything on this island yet, so it kind of makes sense. They're turning in stuff to research. That is good to see. It's good to see. Essentially what this is they drop off what they think they should research, and then we can go out here and research it. Later on, once we get the stuff. We have to have this research machine, of course, but for some reason they're taking about a small millennium to get everything done. This also gives us time to actually lose a lot of heat in certain areas, so I'm good with that too. Because there's a lot of stuff, like right here, there's a lot of stuff we can steal. Like I don't think I've ever had this antique cannon why not have an anti cannon? I mean, heck, we can even probably turn it into a real cannon and shoot agents with it. That would be rather fun. Could be something that an evil genius would do, but I digress. Hey, we're starting to get some equipment in. We got a laser now. All good evil geniuses need a laser. So we can cut heroes in half, because that's all you have to do with them. Where is this guy going? He's got one of our new machines. He's got the impact stress analyzer. Oh, no, maybe not. So he looked like he was going right for this, but looks like he's got the centrifuge, which, if I was thinking, we had these 3 on the other island, and then these 4 are kind of new with our new base, so makes sense. But you can see how many people are just trying to do research now because we have data banks, which is awesome. That means, well, we should have a lot of research ready when we actually finally get our lab up and going. What's also the good thing, though, and I kind of noticed this, they haven't given us the funds low thing, because either we haven't taken enough money out or we have enough money in there that we should be able to build enough, or we should be able to build our laboratory. I don't know which one it is, but that is rather nice. Got a couple more crates coming in now. There's one. I thought I saw a second one. Maybe not. Oh, this is frustrating waiting. I am a patient person, but there are some points like, come on, let's just get this over with. Eli can probably get out here. Or not Eli. Jubei can get out here. And not really be needed, but alright, whatever. Seems like we're losing money even at a faster pace now, but let's see what else we got going on here. Got the biotanks in, that's a new one. Knowing my luck, they would buy all the equipment and then not buy the research machine, and then we have to wait to try to get the research machine. That would be what they would do, and because my minions are not the brightest bunch. But we got our military coming back a little bit. Essentially, all of them are going to mercenaries right now, which is not terrible, but there is need for your first level technician or first level stuff, because things like the technicians repair your base, your valets will help pick up your henchmen when they get knocked out. Try to get them to the barracks as fast as they can. So there is stuff like that they are very useful for. Got another box of equipment coming in. Don't see anything new that we got. Maybe the last one was the biotanks. You know what? We haven't saved in a little while, and to be honest with you, we're actually over halfway through this stream here. I know I started a little bit late, and unfortunately, I do have something I have to do after this. So I'll have to make it up to you guys another time, unfortunately, but that should be good. We got that saved now, so we should be able to go back to the game. Do we have someone out here? Oh, we do. We got the burglars. Let's go ahead and kill them. My 2 henchmen are right there, so that should be no big deal. Okay, so we got right about an hour, maybe a little more than an hour left, so I still think we can, the goal for this stream, we're going to try to get the base completely built. I'd like to do a lot of research, and maybe try to get to 300 infamy. That would probably be a good goal. I think we have plenty of acts of infamy out there we can easily do, especially if we can keep our minion numbers high. But that is an issue right now, trying to keep our minion numbers up. So we got the environmental chamber. Very similar if you ever rode Test Track, the original Test Track at Disney. You got the environmental chambers, the heat, the cold, and the acid. Which, by the way, growing up, I thought this for a long while. That I thought it was heat, ice, which is cold, and corrosion test. Like I thought it was like a rust test. But no, it's an acid test, like an acid rain test, I thought it was. Or maybe it was the opposite way. Either way, I didn't know that. Either it was a corrosion test and I thought it was an acid test, or an acid test and it was actually a corrosion test, which I think the second one makes more sense. Anyways, I actually thought that's what it was. And because that's what tests, 2, 5, and 7 is? Yeah. If you ever see me wear the shirt, it's put up 2, 5, and 7. It's the heat test, the ice, or the cold test, and then the corrosion test, which I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. It's one of the rides I do best from Disney. It's the new one I don't like as well. I mean, it's still a good ride, don't get me wrong, but I do prefer the old one compared to the new one. I don't see any more crates coming in. But I do see some valets actually starting to pop up. So that is a good thing to see. Because we're starting to train more people. We're training more people, so that is a good thing. But to be honest with you, I don't see a lot of stuff coming out. Oh, there's one thing that came out of the depot. But like, if you look here, I know this is 50 grand. These two are 100 grand, and I know that's 100 grand. So there's $350,000 right here. I thought I mean, don't get me wrong, I have more than that. Unless they're actually like paying for multiple things at once. I don't remember how that actually works. But we need to get probably about that many guys out there. And get another diplomat out there. You know, let's not send a diplomat, let's send a playboy out there. That should allow us a little bit more money coming in. It won't quite be it'll be close to $10,000. We're also running low on power again. So that's not ideal. We can do something like that, and they still can get around here and get to all these. So that is a good thing. And once we build this hallway, they're going to have more power. So we might have to build a second power station. I might build a small one here, or maybe one down here. And so when we bring this thing across, we can connect it up. Something like that should work. Hey, we got research back, and look at all the stuff we can do. That is a lot. But let's see if number one, we can afford both these. If we can, that should open up even more research we can do. Okay, Pete Bog has 3 more stuff we can do with this. You know what? Let me go into a guide, because number one, while this game is great, you really need a guide for research. Let me go ahead and get a guide for research. Evil Genius 1 game, because apparently there's also a show called Evil Genius, which apparently not associated with this. So here we go. Let's see here. I want to look for the infirmary chair. I need the pharmacy. Okay, so we don't have the pharmacy booth ready. We can get either the auto chef or an x-ray machine, which I think we already have the x-ray. So with Pete Bog, I think is what we're looking for. Go ahead and get that up here. Alright, so with Pete Bog, we can get... they only let us do 1. So with that, we can get... let's get biotanks, because that gets us... Oh, crap, I hit the wrong... I hit go there. Well, that's unfortunate. A multimedia zone. We need 2 things here. We can either get... Well, there's only one thing we can get, which is... We use the centrifuge and the biochamber. Or biotanks, I'm sorry. And that should get us the egg chair. Oh boy. Yep, and there's the funds low thing. Because somebody actually stole some stuff from us. Alright, so that should at least alert more people. There we go. More research coming in now. We really need to get this another nuclear reactor up because I didn't realize how low we were on power. It looks like all of our capacitors have gone kaput. The sonic generator. We can get the heavy duty loudspeaker, the brainwasher, or the whites. Or we can only do one. So in that, we can either do the heavy duty loudspeaker or the widescreen TV. Widescreen TV it is. Let's see. What is this? Is the mercury mirror, correct? Yes, we can do 2 there. So the only thing we can get is the saw blades trap. So let's do that. The environmental chamber and the impact stress analyzer. So environmental chamber and the impact stress analyzer. And guess who's back? One Jet Chan's back. Where's he at? Is there 2 of them here now? Maybe not. But let me double check and make sure. Doesn't look like it. I don't know why they played that music again. But here's the thing. That is the code breaker. With the code breaker, we can make the communications array, which we need the AI for, or we can do 3. Which we can do 3. All right, cool. So impact stress analyzer, the centrifuge, and we'll do the greenhouse this time. I know we have a lot of research kind of going here. The chameleon cloth. We can get either the disguised holding cell or the disguised rifle rack, which we already have. So we have to go for the disguised holding cell, which we need the biotanks for. And this is what the reading tables. All right. Do reading tables. We can either get the Brainiac machine, which I think we'll go for, which is just the biotanks. Oh, it's either that or the bookcase, which we already have. So there we go. Pretty simple indeed. Hey, we got some. Oh, we got the salad bar. I don't even know if we can put a salad bar in here right now. Yeah, I don't think we can. We can't put it over here, so... Oh, well, we got a salad bar now we can't use. Well, technically, I guess I could. If I move this... I'll have to get rid of it. Well, I could probably just put it over here temporarily. And then if I move this... Ooh, I don't think I can be able to do this the way I can do it. So what I can do is I can move this over here and put the salad bar here. They can still access it because it's just only in a different room, but, you know. Looks like we're about to get power back, so that is always good. Badoosh. Holy cow, we're still on yellow power here. So let's get rid of all 3 of these capacitors. We'll put another nuclear reactor there. The pharmacy booth. This is what we needed. Because the pharmacy booth we can actually use to get the infirmary chair. Pharmacy booth, we need... Oh, it's only letting us use one of them. So in that case, we have to do the gas cage for loyalty, which is the biotanks. And we just got the widescreen television. Look at that, we got all 7 of our stuff unlocked, so that is great. We can actually do research like crazy now. Pete Bog, once again, let's see what we can get this time. Do we want to get... We already got the X-ray, we already got the salad bar. So we can do the auto chef. So that's the environmental chamber. And that is the biotanks. Go. Research is running rampant now. Ooh, this thing's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Can it fit in a 2x2? It can, so let's move this. Back over to the barracks, because why not? And then we can move this. We'll put the TV there. That works pretty good. Go. So they want to have some of the stuff because it's all useful stuff. It's just, you know. Oh boy, that's not ideal, but they're still stealing. So we got $10,000 coming every minute, so that is good to see. Technicians are back hard at work, trying to get our nuclear power stations back up and running. Something like that I think will work. We can actually probably move that to somewhere else here in a second, but that is no big deal. Look at all this research going on. They're just lined up waiting. What's this next one? It's the multimedia zone. I don't remember what we get for that one, though. We get the egg chair. It's a good one. Good one to have. I think it's also in the staff room. It sure is. I really don't have a room for an egg chair. Well, that's unfortunate. But oh well. If we build another staff room, which we might, just because it is quite a bit of work to get that. That code breaker is a little expensive too, but we should. I mean, he's working on it now. That's actually very useful to have, especially if we're going to do some higher and higher level, level or a lot of axemen that generate a lot of heat. Which that last one generated 15 heat, so yeah, that generates a lot of issues. Send a couple more guys out here just to keep stealing. Ooh, we only need 8 spin doctors for that one. We might use that one. All right, Saw Blaze Trap looks great. I mean, here's also the thing though. We're also kind of running out of room in our base. I mean, we can always put stuff in our strong room, so it's not like it's a huge deal. But to do this one, we're going to need 4 scientists, the 8 spin doctors. We're going to need someone to cut the heat. And then I think that should be it. The spin doctors should be able to take care of it. Oh, no, we actually need people to guard. Which 5... Oh, hell, what's the difficulty? Yeah, 5 should do it. That will allow us to continue to train our minions. We got plenty. We got 50 extra power now, so I think even with we might have to build some more with the hotel room that we're going to build, or a hotel and casinos like that we're going to build eventually. We will have to, but I think right now I think we're doing okay. The next thing we want to build, hey, the Brainiac machine. I don't remember what that helps. Doesn't increase the smart stat, but it will. Yeah. This is a little bit. This is just a faster way to get their smarts back, which is nice because we can put it like right there. Let's also get another entrance going over here. Ooh, we also have the top. No, we don't have. There actually is a disguised entrance I like using too. Once we get the entrance done, we can start building the rest of this out, hopefully. And then we won't have to worry about people, or we don't have to worry about people getting shot on the way down to do a mission. That would be nice. So it looks like they're still running tests over here. No, he's in the environmental chamber right now, which has a bunch of these plants. If you ever have not watched some of these animations, you very well should. They are kind of worth the watch because they're just they're funny. They're a little bit silly, and yeah, it can be really fun to watch. Just sometimes, if you're a little bored, you know. Let's say it feels a facility for organic research. I'm like, oh. I mean, fair enough, he's actually in a biochemistry, so he's kind of in a hazmat suit already. Probably a good choice to go into a chamber like that. He's got one more test to do. Is that what that is? I know that was the last one, so we should have the code breaker here soon, which that'll help us quite a bit, especially getting it this early. So I didn't know about it last time, but I kind of knew I knew about it this time. Like, ooh, I could go get that really easily. Got some more guys heading out. Hopefully, it's these guys. Boosh. Heat 10, time in half. Let's go. I think the next thing we need to go for is this guy, because that is going to help us. Or that there's a lot of research potential in that one, so I'm okay with that. Stealing that one. So for that one, I'm going to need quite a bit of stuff. Which some of the stuff I can just take from over here, so it won't be too terrible. But try to get guys out there. So let's see if we can get this done. Boom. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, yeah, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about here. 1, 2. I don't know if I'll need all those guys there, but let's see here. That'll get our mercenary, our scientists. We need 5 techs and 5 guards. We'll send 2 more mercenaries out there, because that'll take care of. Technically, once we have our guards technicians, we can go do that mission. So I'm okay with that. There is the communications array. What? Hold on, timeout. Oh no, that should be it. All right, cool. So this is the one. This is the communication array, is a powerful piece of equipment capable of jacking into forces of justice security networks and scrambling all communications. The net result of this interference is that some agents won't receive their assignments at all, and so agent activity on the island will be reduced. Only one communication array can be built at a time, which is fine. They're 50 grand each, so they are kind of expensive, and they need 3 people to operate it. However, if you can get if you can keep that up pretty well, you only get like a quarter, I think it's like half of the people usually show up to your island, and it makes it a lot better on you. And we have the money for it, so I think it's time we go for it. And since we also have the money for it, how many construction workers? We only have 6 construction workers right now, which is not ideal, but I really do want to start building this. Oh, there's the whatever that was, hallucinogenic gas chambers. There's some words that I'm like, you know what? It's just not worth pronouncing. I don't know if I can pronounce them very well or not. Alright, well, unfortunately, we had some people die. Where are those burglars at? Oh, there they are. It looks like they're screwing off for now, which is good. This is what I'm trying to reduce, is all this happening. Because we're getting close to getting that completed. Hopefully here soon we'll be able to send our guys back out. Not have to worry, or we can start using this hallway and not have to send our guys around like this, because I really don't like this, because it could just very easily just be shot, or you know, like these guys are just shooting them on sight, so they'll never get out to that base, or never get out to where they need to go, because I actually need the 5 guards here, and right now I have 3. So right now, let's do that. It's every guard I have needs to be out here, which is not great because we need to train 2 more guards now. hopefully that's the last piece for that entrance, and then really just blowing up the rest of it. So that won't take too much longer here. We need to hide these guys. Hide these guys. Still only have 3 guards though, so that's not ideal. With the super agent around, it's still not ideal. Oh, I said super agent and now he's gone. That's, well, it's at least something. So hopefully we'll reduce the risk of death for our minions once we get that hallway done. By the way, where did that ship go? Let's see. So we can let's play Find That Ship. Well, I don't see like a hammer for it or a move order, so it's got to be around here somewhere. All right, let's turn. Number 1's upside down, so this is going to be a little disorienting. But oh, there it is. Let's actually move it to somewhere halfway useful. I don't know why, that got me a little dizzy. Ugh. Not fun. Looks like they're already blowing up the hallway down to this entrance, which is awesome. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Essentially, we just gotta... see, I don't like how much heat we're generating. We don't have the guards to really send out there yet. This guy's holding cell looks good. Never use them, but they look good. This is also one thing that kind of bugged me a little bit. Like, I can understand, like, if they want to send, I won't let me send to. I can understand, like, if you need, like, if it's a certain scientific mission, like, if it's a quantum, like, mechanics thing you have to worry about. Yeah, I can understand sending a, yeah, I'd only be able to send some quantum mechanics. But like for this one, they just need guards. And I've got to guess it's probably just either to guard people or actually try to move this thing. I've got mercenaries out here who probably could take care of the job just as easy, if not even better than what that is. Like this one, I can understand why I can understand why the scientists are needed here. So essentially on this one, you're rigging a jetpack not to be able to be turned off, which makes sense. And then you got to fish the person out. So you might need a few guards because he might be a little upset, or just happy to be alive. Not really sure. So I mean, that's something that we need to kind of think about. Which I think that's one we're going to go for here shortly. Actually. Need to get rid of this one here. You'll see why here shortly. The loudspeaker. Let's see here. So that is the sound generator. So the only thing we can do for this one is we can do the heavy duty loudspeaker, which we just need the centrifuge for. The chameleon cloth. The AI and the laser. Oh, the freezer rack. Alright, let's see what we get with the freezer rack. Ah, this is interesting. We need to do the biotanks, the impact stress analyzer, and the centrifuge. So once we get that research done, we can do something called freak production. And what that is that we're allowed to pretty much reanimate, as in bring back to life, dead agents to use as like big tanks for us, and they are fun and if used correctly. could I do something like that? As that would cover up their entrance in there. So I really can't do that. But I can put my... Oh, I've already got everything else put up. So that looks like it would work for right now. We need some more research. Man, they are just cranking out this research, which is awesome. That means we get stuff. Ooh, we actually need the antique cannon too. Yikes. We'll have to get that here in a second. So Pete Bog, what do we got here? So we already got the auto ships. The only thing we can do is the greenhouse chamber and the centrifuge, and that'll get us a cryo cubicle, which is kind of replaces the bunk beds. All right, we should be able to get one more guard out there. And we should be able to get that one done. Next thing, I think the next thing I want to go and try to steal is this one, because that'll get us the schematic station, which is really useful, and then the Aztec amulet will actually get us our stock market watchdog. I need the crown jewels. So we haven't got quite the crown jewels yet, because there's also something called a gold enhancer. Once you build enough of those, you actually can essentially you actually can get like 30% more money per like tick. It's a lot easier that way. Oh, great. I don't see an intruder. Oh, that looks fun. Because those aren't soldiers, those are veterans. Oh. Well, they have this area done now, so that's actually really useful. The problem is I've got people at the other side. They're going to cause us to have issues. So can we get you guys up here, please? Looks like they're running anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So in this case, we need to get a couple more doors down here. But this will allow us to now, hopefully, be able to run through here instead of out here and provide a little bit better protection for our agents when they're going out to do missions. That's at least the hope. We can actually defend this pretty easily. I mean, we got 3 doors, another long hallway. We can probably break it up with a couple more doors. We do need to get some more power in here, though. Ooh, I can't really... I mean, I can put one there. Let's do that. For right now, the next thing I need to build is a new power station. Which we can probably put... I'm trying to think where I want to... Ooh, that would kind of open up a little bit over here. So I do something like this. It's only 3 wide, but they're still able to walk through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Probably give me 4 more generators. Let me do that. They give me 5. Go ahead. We can go ahead and unpause it because we really don't need to, and something like that. Because this is kind of important right now. More research can be done on the, what is it, the zoom lens? The zoom lens camera. Oh, we get disguised security camera, so it's the centrifuge and the biotanks. So I don't know what the heavy-duty loudspeaker does that's different than the regular one does. Because I know they go out farther and they can put them in the middle of the rooms. That's what the only difference I can see is. Which is, I guess it can be useful for some bases. I think we finally have the people. Heat's down, time's down, let's go ahead and do it. These guys can go back to stealing. Let's see here. Yeah, we do need to get the anti-cannon here. We'll need to get the crown jewels eventually. Those are very useful to have. We need to get back to the infirmary and get that the infirmary chair going. Because I haven't seen though. I have not seen Mariana Mamba come back around quite a bit, which is kind of interesting because I feared she would. Because I really wanted, once we get the infirmary chair, I want to defeat her as fast as we can, just to get. Well, we'll be down technically to 2 super agents then. We lost 6 people in that last one. Holy cow! I know there's Agent of Justice that popped up, but we're right in the middle of a mission. If I abort it, I have to wait, I think, 3 minutes, and then I have to get all the people back there, which we've already lost a bunch. So, but we brought a bunch of people that we technically didn't need. So hopefully that'll kind of if we lose a bunch of people, we can still kind of keep going. We do have a fully functional communications array, so that should help keep our heat down somewhat. So we can actually move this. You know, why don't we move this to the control room? Kind of seems like it would be something that would go there. Put it right next to the console it created. Alright, once we get this done though, let's yank all of our guys out of there. Let's move the mercenaries over here. I guess it's 12 there. I don't think that he's not at the same place, so it's not terrible. So we keep the heat down a little bit, but we're still getting quite a bit of money in. That's always a good thing. We got plenty of power now, so that is also good. But I don't like how this is rearranged. Holy cow! So he is there. Oh, that's not great. But I don't like having that one there, so I'm going to move that over here. So it was a little bit nicer in here. They can still get to everything. And there is one of the ooh. So we do have somebody here now. I think that might be Mariana Mamba again. Let me look here. Alright, I don't see her or anybody at all. Unless they're this one, which that's Monkey. There she is. You know, if we hurry, we could actually very easily get we could very easily get the infirmary chair if the guys would go research it. What are they working on now? The Freak Creator. That's a fun one to have. I think once we get it, I think we should create one because they're just fantastic. And they just rip through everything. And, you know, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world to have. Handgun cabinet. I didn't think that was one of them, but alright, we'll see what we can get here. Oh, yeah, we need to get that one. There we go. There's that. Oh. The Aztec amulet. Just going to move that down here. Kind of front and center, you know, just make sure they know exactly what to do with it. Because that is something we do need. Or something we really don't need, but it's something I do like to have. I do think it makes us some money. I could be wrong about that, but I didn't know this, but the jetpack also gets us. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. So you'll see all of my social minions start running down this way. I'm trying to think what else could we be doing right this second? I don't know. Yay, I can make freaks now. Alright, let's create a freak because I don't think people have ever seen this before. It's actually kind of a neat thing. So we have to use a body bag on the biotanks. Essentially is what we have to do. Oh, we can go ahead and start sealing again. We need to get some more money for these nuclear power stations. Because I think once we get those 3 up, I think we'll be just fine. Honestly, what we could do is actually fill the rest of this room with capacitors and make sure we don't run out of power. Oh, great. Why is none of our guys stopping her? Yeah, maybe a camera right here would not be the worst thing in the world either. Oh, she just turned around. I was like, she got bored. Well, that's not the worst, that's not the worst idea in the world, but, you know. Kill her with boredom. Let's let her walk back out. Just casually walk back out. And just like that, she's back out of the base. That was actually a lot simpler than I thought. More research to be had, for sure. This one, we can just use the, hold on, the AI thing there. There we go. And that should get us our stock market watchdog. All right. Need a good stretch and just kind of stretch the back. We have been streaming for right at 2 hours now, so it's, you know, a little tiring sometimes. Okay. What do I do now? I mean, we could start. I mean, I know we're running a little low in cash right this second. We could start laying out a little bit of a hotel and casino. Be hotel and lounge right now, so it's not like it's a huge thing right this second. But we also have to get an entrance. We'll have to just use a normal entrance for something like this. But I mean, do something like this maybe. You know, hotel double doors. You know, make it all nice and fancy. Well, we can't do it right this second, but something like that. We need to put some. Ooh, hold on, get some more research. Oh, okay. Put that on hold right this second. We actually have the pharmacy booth, which we need the laser and the biotanks. That'll give us the infirmary chair. And that's why I wanted to do it so bad. Let's move this back one. And let's get the piano right there. We'll get some nice benches on either side here. And then we want to build some hotel rooms. Let's see here. Where's the hotel rooms? Oh, they are. There, 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 and there. And so essentially now what we can do, we build the hotel lounge back here. Can we do any more like that? Something like that? Okay. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to do this. Because right now, what can happen? We lost a bunch of people there. Oh, that's not great. Hide those people. We need to go out somewhere and start stealing again. Actually, you know what? Isn't Mariana Mamba on the island somewhere? Maybe. Number one, we need to get rid of these people. Oh yeah, there's our freak. He's just a massive guy that just runs around. He's like a big Frankenstein's monster kind of thing. But that's where Mariana Mamba was on our island already. And if she was, we can just go ahead and capture her and hopefully hold her long enough to where we can research the infirmary chair. I may have not. It's not like it's the biggest deal in the world, but doesn't look like it. She must be out here somewhere. She's back in South Africa or South America, which is fine. We need to get 3 more people out there to get our money back up and going. There it is, the stock market watchdog. which we do need to get some of that because I think that also helps increase our. We'll see. I don't know off the top of my head. Let me take a look here. I know it goes in the control room. 25,000. So the stock market watchdog helps maximize profits from your global ceiling activities. With the stock market watchdog, delivery of filter. Oh, okay, so it's actually more frequent. So I guess it does increase the yield of minions. It might cut down to like from every 60 seconds to every 40 seconds. That'd be kind of useful. So like every what? Every 3 times it would be doubling the money. Over what 120 seconds. We get 3 deliveries instead of 2. Kind of makes sense. Right now we are vomitous. That's a great word. Don't know anything about that. All right. So what do we need for this cannon here? We need some scientists, which we have. We need some mercenaries, which we always have. And 8 workers, which I don't know if we actually have. And we have 5 right now. We might have to wait just a little bit on training these guys, because there's a lot of people still missing. But we're getting there. We're getting back to a healthy base capacity. But I think next time Mariana Mamba shows up, I think it might be her time to get a taste for home medicine. We shall laugh at her while we take her out. It'll be a rather fun time. These guys are still in hiding here. Alright, outdoor sentry gun. That's what the handgun cabinet got us. I was kind of curious. I'm like, I don't remember what that did. Looks like he needs to do the laser and the biochamber. Oh no, he actually looks like he's almost done. So we'll be able to get the infirmary chair here momentarily. And once we get that, Mariana Mamba, once we capture her, will be no more, which will be amazing. So really, we don't need this anymore in here, so we can always move this. You know what? We'll put it in the strong room, because that makes the most sense. Ooh, hold on. What do we got now? Stock market chaos. A delegation of important accountants have decided to take a tax-deductible holiday to the island, take advantage of this fortune by fooling the accountant with false stock market information. Dupe the accountant into thinking that our poorly performing stock is actually doing well, and then when they buy into it, we'll sell at an inflated price to making a financial killing. I know all of the financial in quotation marks. Make sure at least 4 of the 8 accountants see the stock market watchdog in the control room and leave the island without gaining any heat. If they see anything suspicious about our operations, they won't fall for our ruse. Hey, there's the infirmary chair. It's only $10,000, which isn't too bad, so we need to put that there. We really can't afford it right this second, but if you look here, it's every 48 seconds. What do we have to have somebody manning it? Do I need to move our evil genius out? Well, we might be able to leave him in there and be okay. But if we can get the accountants, apparently if we can get those into the control room, I don't remember how much money we get from it, but I know we get quite a bit. So that is, I forgot about that mission, to be honest with you. I don't think they, let's see, where is this accountant at? Ah, there he is. Literally labeled an accountant. I don't think we really have anything crazy. Like, between here... Oh, I mean, if he walks around here, looks at it, and then walks out, I don't think there's really anything that would be nefarious that he would see. Now, also, let's see. The noise generator, or the sound generator. Ah, we get the brainwasher, which is the AI, the impact stress analyzer. Cool. Alright, going walking through the barracks there. He may not like that. You know what? We probably should move all the stolen stuff out of there for right now. Can we hold on, can we psychologically weaken him? And if that's the case, if we can do that, then we can, then we might be able to take care of that pretty quickly. I don't know if it was that or the handguns. It could be either one. Let's be real here. Let's move these out too. That one's disguised, so I don't really think that would have caused it. So in that case, hopefully, when he comes back to his senses, he walk back in and says, "Hey, stocks." We'll see. I don't really know if that's true or not, but we'll see. Alright, I'm kind of curious about this, though. I gotta click out of the screen just for a moment so the game will be paused. I'm kind of curious what the schematic station is. Ah, okay. So nothing really that I need. However, it would be kind of nice to have. Essentially, the schematic station keeps a blueprint of everything that in the base. So in that case, what happens is that like they just repair stuff faster, which is kind of nice. I'm not saying it's not, but you know, it's still something we can get. It'd be kind of nice. All right, so I'm thinking maybe if we just use this little bit here as our hotel and stuff like that, I think that'll work out pretty well. Stress and a centrifuge. That's something I really don't care about. It's just another trap. Really, I haven't got much in the way of traps. We just don't really do much with them. Oh, that should be good there. So that one's required. So there's good. We can put tables up around here. We'll leave that open for a nice dance floor. We'll put a time clock in here. Now this is just really kind of an idea, just to kind of get, you know, get a small hotel going and a casino. So we could do something like, I wish we could do something like this and just put it like right there, so it looks like the front of the hotel's in the mountain, but doesn't quite work out like that, unfortunately. Oh, the game lagged just a little bit. I was kind of concerned there for a second. How much is this room going to cost us here? Only 16 grand. The only problem is I do have an issue with trying to get people down there, and that's kind of an issue right this second. Because if we do something like this. Hey, our freak's still alive. That's pretty cool. Didn't think he would be alive by this point, but you know, stuff happens. Do something like this, and then kind of curve. Well, can't curve it quite that hard, but do one more, and then bring this back up to here. Cut this back actually by one. Got the brainwasher going. Something like that. Let's actually move this to there. Has any of the accountants actually gotten in here yet? There's a civilian walking. Oh, I'm sorry, that's probably the freak, isn't it? Yeah, so that's probably the freak. Are you serious? I lost 6 more people out there. This sucks. We might need to move our guys. Where else can we go to steal money that we really don't care about generating some heat right now? I mean, let's do over here. There we go. You know what? I think we're going to move our hotel plan. I like this. Are you serious? Why did you not see it is my question. And you should be able to see it pretty easily. Oh, hold on. I need to clear that tag, don't I? But Jet Chan's here now, so that's fun. And it's raining. And now it's not. And now it is. That's weird. I think maybe a bit of a graphical glitch. Maybe a little bit, but psychologically weakened. Can we get a valet to escort this guy to the stock market thing? You know, if we're able to do this one. Kind of stinks because it actually seems like a very fun mission to do. Alright, got some more trap items. Not really too interesting. Yeah, I didn't know about this mission the last time, and I actually got it. And I don't know how I did it, and that kind of bugs me, but... oh, well. You know what? I think it's time maybe we start looking to do this one. So we've got the spin doctors. We have the mercenaries and we have the scientists. So I don't see why we can't do this mission. 3 scientists and 3 mercenaries. Well, which I'll pull mercenaries over from here because we have like what 9 going over there. So I think we're okay there. We'll be fine there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this optional objective done. Well. There we go. We're back up to $11,000. That's not too bad. I'm about out of water, but we only got about 15 minutes left. But I'd like to try to get to 200. Or 300, I'm sorry. That'll get us to 2 away. So we'll have to do a small, like, act of infamy. Like, collateral damage. Wow. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, we need to kill him, please. That was just money, but still. Something like that. I mean, gambling pays off. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. Like something like that. We really just 5 notoriety. That's all we need. Which that wouldn't be hard to do, especially if we got all these guys over here. Just transfer them over to the that place and just drop off a bunch of workers. How many workers do we have right now? We have 8. Alright, so once we get those guys over there, which I don't know where they're at right now, which kind of bugs me a little bit. Looks like someone's taking off right now, which is nice. I'm probably not one of my guys, though, because I think all the scientists and everything are still trying to get down there. This shortcut does make it a lot faster to get to certain places. Oh, cool. My accountant is on his way to the island. I don't think I can. I think I have to get like every one of them from now on. That's the problem. And I don't think I can. Why they don't walk through here, down, across, see the information, and then we'll leave. That just kind of bugs me a little bit. You know, I don't think we're going to be able to make it on this one, which kind of sucks. But oh well. All right, so these guys are going to be up here. Half the heat, half the time. We don't have the mercenaries though. We're going to get that one done, hopefully. If not, if we don't have the people to actually get the other one, like if we don't have the, then we could go for it. I'd like to have some of the heat reduced, and we just lost all of our scientists. That was not ideal. And ooh. Okay, that was not ideal. Let's take these 3 guys and that mercenary. Oh, great. So now we actually have somebody else coming in. Alright, let's see. What's the infirmary chair do? Ah, so we need to go to the green house and the biochamber. That'll give us another science or another infirmary stuff. The holding cell. Oh, I got some fights breaking out. Hold on. I thought I had some fights breaking out. They're gonna blow up a camera. Is what they're gonna do. Alright, well that worked. Oh, there he is. There's Dirk Masterson. Or Dirk Masters. He is another super agent for the Patriot. So that is like the Rambo. And it's kind of what it's kind of getting at. Which is kind of funny, you know. So now we've seen what, 4 of the 5? I think it is. 3 of the Mariana Mamba, Jet Chan. Maybe there's only 4. Maybe I was wrong. Yep. Oh well. So we didn't quite get all of them. But that's okay. But I'm trying to think. We've met Mariana Mamba. We've met Jet Chan. We met Frost Nova. And we've met. Oh no! So we have met 4 of them. Dirk Masterson. So this is the 5th one. The 5th one we don't have. We don't get till later, which is Johnny Steele or John Steele, whatever you want to call him. I don't remember exactly which name it is, but that is okay. The other problem is now they're starting to send veterans after us. And veterans are even worse than soldiers. Especially you get exceptional veterans. Oh. Oh, that's what it was. I forgot that's the actual mission. You actually go steal all the casino stuff. That's actually kind of funny. But, hold on. Leave the workers and those guys there. Because I can now go get a new henchman. And I'm thinking... Ooh, who do I want? I actually like this guy. He's like a magician, which is kind of interesting. Where are the workers? Alright, that's a little weird, but alright. Let's send the 3 workers after him. I already have max heat there, so it's probably not, it doesn't really matter how much I generate. Oh, monkey magic. The only way we can really get from it is we can get some a trap from it, so it's not like it's the best thing in the world. But that actually we're at 308 already. Holy cow. There he is, the great Mysterio. All right, so this one, the holding cell. What do they call this? They call it the holding cell. I don't know why it's not showing up over here. Huh. Let's call it the security holding cell. That's why we need the centrifuge. The jetpack, we need to use the greenhouse on it. And that'll get us a flamethrower rack. I've never used those before. But we'll see how that goes. Seems kind of interesting. There is our new henchman. He's also like a hypnotist, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it's actually a pretty good. Pretty good. He's actually a pretty good minion. I used him last game. It's pretty good. Here's the problem. Now we have exceptional veterans here. This is what we kind of get in trouble with. And that is not something I want to see. So let's pull all of our people back, even though we do kind of need the money. But let's pull them back. Let's let the heat die down. And remember, we actually have this console going. So that means not all of them actually made it to the island. That also concerns me because they are right at the gate. There's a couple of groups of them. That's what kind of sucks. Oh, there's also Patriot ones too. Awesome. So let's get all of our people down here first because they're coming in both directions. All right, well. Oh, there, he's already knocked out. Awesome. See, this is the problem, is that they just knock out all your people. Looks like we killed one already. Anju Bay's already knocked out. Awesome. This is going to be a big gunfight here, that's the problem. Something I don't like. Oh, you like learning a new ability. Awesome. The problem is we're going to lose a lot of people over here too if we don't be careful. Knocked out. He's not knocked out. He's knocked out. He's knocked out. Eli's super headshot, please. You can see how much of a toll that took on our military there. Yep, and now all these guys are slowly trickling down. We need to get as many people down here as we can, just to help defend a little bit, because they're just going to start murdering people. Jubei. Yeah, here's also the problem. Jubei's move that he actually kills somebody with one shot doesn't work on veterans. And that most exceptional people it doesn't really work on, so that's the problem. Well, alright. Well, looks like we're slowly weathering this storm of enemy invaders. We've killed 2 groups of them. Problem is there is a third out there. And you know what we should do? Let's actually create a freak. Just so that we have some, like a meat shield for that. But let's see, it's about time to start wrapping up though. But we got a lot of work done. We got the base completely filled out. We've pretty well... Oh, they blew up all the doors. That's why everybody's coming in so fast. Well, that just sucks. Alright, let's get this fixed. Well, I'll talk about what we did, you know, kind of talk about what happened this episode. But we did get a lot done. We actually got a third door in here. And get an outdoor camera here too. Ooh, they're fighting somebody down there. Oh, he's killing that worker. Alright, that's not ideal. So we did get a lot done. We actually got all the way up to 308 from like 240 or something like that, 230. So that is always nice. We did get a lot of more stuff. We got a lot of stuff researched, and so we are able, hopefully next time, we'll actually be able to defeat Mariana Mamba. That's kind of the goal right now. We got another freak out and running around here. But we actually did get some good stuff, like the market or the stock market watchdog, the communications array. I think that's going to be very useful later on. Imagine if all those soldiers, imagine if there was triple those or double those. I think we kind of dodged a bullet with having all that there, so I'm at least glad about that. I'm going to have to do some training and probably off stream because we are running low on people again. We're down to 53. I just realized how bad that was. Alright, well, let's see if we can maybe boost that every 20 seconds and get another worker. Would not be the worst idea in the world. So yeah, let me go ahead and save the game here. Load and save. Stream playthrough. Save it. Yes, please. Now, while I am good there, I am going to go flip over to Twitch here. And like we have been doing, let's go over and see if we can find somebody to raid. It's going to be fun. I don't know if really this is helping anybody. I don't know for a fact. But, you know, there is one issue. There's nobody else playing Evil Genius but me. Well, alright then. What else? What other games were we playing before this? Not Planet Coaster. Crap, what were we playing before this? Our Software Inc. Let's see if there's anybody from Software Inc. Let's see if there's anybody playing that. There's one person. Looks like we may not rate anybody today because I usually try to help other people, especially if they're playing games I like Evil Genius or something like that. So, okay, whatever. Won't rate anybody today, but thanks for you guys. Well, I should say thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys are interested in more content from me, you can always go check out my YouTube channel. It's linked below. It's a great way. All my streams are archived there, so if you guys want to check that out, that would be fantastic. If you guys are curious about when I do stream, the best way to find out is actually just leaving a follow. I do stream 2 times a week, every Wednesday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've been playing Evil Genius. We're trying to probably playing Evil Genius for the rest of March until the new game comes out, and then we'll jump right into there once we complete this playthrough. But I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. We got a lot done. There's going to be quite a few things I need to get done before Friday's stream, but I will worry about that later. But for right now, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday for some more Evil Genius. Stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great Thursday, and I will see you guys on Friday.